You are listening to Rockers in Recovery Radio. If you'd like to read more on festivals, events, blogs, and more, visit rockersinrecovery.com or visit us on Facebook. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Hey, good evening. John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery Radio. We are a media organization that's dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery education, and we do it through music, news, events, and festivals that are taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We have a lady on with us tonight. Her name is Debbie Perkins. I've known Debbie for a few years, and she works diligently to help folks. And tonight's segment of Treatment and Recovery with Debbie Perkins and her opinion on the addiction treatment process. You know, Rockers in Recovery is a media company. What we're here to be able to do is real simple. Just listen to the professionals. And Debbie's a professional. We're not. And get her intake, her, what she believes that we need to, or her input on what, needs to happen through the process of recovery. Let's bring Debbie on and see what's happening. Debbie, how you doing tonight?
Hi, John Hollis. Thank you for having me on your show. How are you?
Great. I'm good, thank you. One of the things that I had seen the other day, we're friends on Facebook, and I seen that you put up a post and it said, "Good morning, my amazing friends," and you went into your thought process, and I want to hear from you what that was all about. I mean, because you were, I think you're over it. You're seeing a lot of things that are not happening correctly in your opinion, and just tell us what's going on.
Well, in my opinion, there's so many people that have open sober homes that really don't need to be in the industry. You have to have heart to do this, and you have to have stamina. You have to be in your houses every single day. You have to see these kids' faces, and you have to be a part of it. And where I came from, I truly believe that it was my destiny in life to end up doing what I do because I'm so good at it. My past made me who I am, and the things that are going on in some of these sober houses, people are getting high, they're not being drug tested. It's all about money. And the sad part is that these kids are dying because there's no structure in a lot of these houses.
What do you believe at this point? I mean, you've come a long way. Give us a little bit of background on yourself because you came from the streets. You've gone through a lot of stuff, yourself personally, and of course you went on to getting your degrees and other things and furthered your education. Give us a little bit of background on you. Tell us your story, so to speak.
When I was 6 years old, I was molested, and my abuser gave me alcohol. I was pretty much a full-blown addict by the time I was 10. Both my parents committed suicide. I was raped. I gave birth to my now 22-year-old daughter handcuffed to a bed. I've been to multiple arrests, all due to my addiction. I've been to prison 3 times. I wouldn't tell anybody about the molestation. At such an early age, the person that molested me told me that if I told anybody that they would do it to my sister. And at 6 years old, you don't even have that concept of if you tell, it won't happen. And I carried it with me for a long time. And then as I got older, I was too afraid to tell people because I was afraid they would judge me or dislike me, or the shame, the guilt, the fear stayed with me. And I used drugs and alcohol all my life, only to numb the pain because I didn't know. Every time I attempted to get sober, I had to feel and deal with it all by myself. And I had no idea that if I would just say something about it, that would be the beginning of my recovery. I attempted many times through the years to get sober. In the county jail, I would go into the drug dorm only because they would give you more food, not because anything that they had to offer because I was just an angry person. I grew up as an angry child, angry all of my life, and I just didn't know what to do with all those feelings. I finally, my last arrest, only because my stepfather was dying. He had his leg amputated all the way up to his hip, and he went into the judge and he told the judge that he wanted for me to take care of him, and the judge, with my extensive rap sheet in front of him, told me that Miss Perkins, what I know is that you'll be back. He said, but your dad deserves somebody that'll take care of you. And he sentenced me to 2 years house arrest. And during those 2 years of house arrest, he sentenced me to a meeting every day. And I was mad. I had to go to an AA or an NA meeting every single day. And I had no idea the concept of the 12 steps of recovery. I didn't believe that I needed somebody to help me, to tell my story to. I was too independent. I was too strong. I tried all my life to do it my way, and my way never worked. I finally got humble enough after really cussing everybody out in the rooms for so long. And the lady came to me that she was Jewish, and I couldn't cuss her out. And everybody that ever came to me in the rooms, I pushed them away. I told them, I don't want to be here. Sign this paper. Don't touch me. Don't hug me. And she wouldn't leave me alone. And she wrote on a piece of paper what she wanted me to do and told me she'd be at my house in 3 days. And little did I know that those 12 steps saved my life. And after a few years of being sober, I knew that I had the concept of trying to help people because of everything that I had been through. And I'm really good at it because there's nothing that anybody that can tell me that I didn't do, haven't been through. And the 12 steps of recovery actually changed my life. I went from an angry person to somebody that was at peace with her past. I had to learn how to forgive because, I had to learn how to forgive the person that molested me, which was the hardest thing that I'd ever done. And everything that I learned in the rooms. Somebody said to me, Debbie, as long as you continue to ruin your life because of this person molesting you, he's still beating you. And that sunk in. And then somebody said you can't live dirty and stay clean, because I was still doing the lying, the cheating, the everything that I learned in addiction, and I had to learn how to be proud of me. And it was a process. My first year was really tough. I cried my eyes out for at least the first year, but it was cleansing, and I learned how to ask for forgiveness for the people that I hurt. And now on a daily basis, am I perfect? No, but I stay proud of me. If I cuss somebody out or I do something that I shouldn't have, I clean my side of the street and I keep it clean, because I had to learn how to stay proud of me, because those little things, the lying, the cheating, the stealing, the manipulating, all those things will take you right back to active addiction if you start feeling bad about yourself. So I started having parents help me, call me, ask me, Debbie, please help me with my child. And I was so good at it because I got it, and they understood me, because I would spill my guts out to them and explain, honey, I understand. And I would prove to them I understand, because I have pictures of when I was arrested, and they tell a story all by themselves. I have 7.5 years clean now, and I can't even tell you how blessed I am to work in this industry, but I have seen so much. I have hundreds and hundreds of people that I've helped that are, to this day, are productive members of society. But the savagery and I've never seen so much in this industry of people that just don't care. And if you don't care about these people, you don't need to be in this industry, because it's a process and it's a painful one. I haven't had my own life in 7 years because I've devoted my time to my kids, and I love what I do, and I'm blessed. But, there's people paying people, they actually offer them money out of my houses to go to their houses, or would offer them drugs. And it's sad, because you have to care about these kids. From the day one I get a kid, and I say kids because it's that personal to me. Everybody that I've helped are adults, 18 or over, and I've helped some that are younger. I've never brought anybody under 18 into any of my houses. And from day one, I'm in there and I'm helping them, and I'm helping them put their life back together. With identification card or a social security card. To some of them aren't even employable. But in my houses, you either have to work, you have to go to school, or you have to volunteer, because you can't let anybody sit around, and because downtime for anybody in early recovery is dangerous, in my opinion. And everybody comes to me at different levels in their life, and I'm just really blessed to be where I'm at. But the people that are in this industry need to get out if they don't care about these people. So.
Next question I have for you, and it's and again, you've furthered your education. You're an interventionist. What are some of the things that you went on to further your education with?
I went back to school because I knew that I had the street smarts, but I wanted to educate myself. That way I could help them in every area that they came to me. I went back and I got my life coach, and then I went on to get my recovery coach level 1 and 2. I'm certified in anger management, family counseling, nationally certified interventionist, and I went on to get my international master's addiction coaching certification. I'm one class away from my bachelor's. I also have co-authored 3 books, and all my chapters are on addiction. I'm working on the 4th and actually the 5th now.
Wow, amazing stuff. Amazing stuff, and you've come a long way from somebody that was probably considered by society somebody that was not going to make it, like myself and other people.
Correct. Yeah, the judge actually said to me that I would never be a productive member of society, and the sad thing is that, John, they kept sending me to jail, and sending me to prison. Nobody ever wanted to pay attention to really what was going on with me, and that was I had the disease of addiction, and the court system never paid attention to that. They just kept sending me back to jail and sending me back to prison. And now I'm truly would like to become an advocate in the court system to show, that locking people up isn't the answer. There's all kinds of people out here with mental health issues and drug addiction issues, alcoholism, and if somebody would have taken the time like the judge did with me, and given me a chance, and then had somebody like me in their life to help them get through it. We all have a chance in life, and we all have a story. We all have a past. But my future and every single day of my life, I'm so blessed. I live at peace in my own skin. I go to sleep at night, and I actually lay my head on my pillow and go to sleep, because I do amazing things during the day to give back. I've helped people that are homeless. I fed them, I clothed them, because you have to give back to society. And I was such a taker all my life in my active addiction, and now I spend my life helping others, to achieve the goals and the peace that I have. And another thing I really want to congratulate John Lehman, Whitney. The Florida Association of Recovery Residents is an absolute must. Somebody had to take charge of what was going on in this industry. I've met both of them. They're amazing people, and it's such a task to take all this in hand, and I went on a rant about I wasn't forced to close down my houses. I followed the rules. With all my arrests, it would take me forever to get all the paperwork needed, because FAR does have it out there that I could go through a process. It would probably take me years to get all the copies of my arrests. But they do make a way for people. So they're not really trying to shut anybody down. They're trying to clean up the system. And it was necessary, and my hat off is to them, truly. And what I know is that God had other plans for me.
Amazing stuff. I appreciate, you getting on the phone with us tonight and talking about the issue and talking about yourself and letting people know, that there is hope, and there is definitely hope. If you can do it, people can do it. We know we can follow through, and we can have recovery on a daily basis. It is a day at a time, and thank God it's a day at a time. We appreciate you being on the show tonight. Where can people get a hold of you?
My website is deb-perkins.com. I also own nomoreheroin.org, and I'm willing to help anyone in any kind of situation, even if it's to talk. I do a lot of interventioning because when I tell people, when I go to do an intervention and I talk to the person that's in active addiction, I can get on their level. I can show them mugshots. I can explain to them where I was in my life and where I'm at now. And it takes somebody like me to be able to help somebody that's in a situation like I was, because they know I get it. And that's why I'm so good at what I do. My passion and compassion for anybody that's in active addiction goes beyond the norm, only because I'm one of the ones that actually just really get it. I understand where they're at, and I can get on their level and help them to get where I'm at in my life today. And that's what I live for, is to watch somebody recover and become a productive member of society.
I love it, Debbie. Thank you so much for being on the show tonight. And again, folks, you got our information. Feel free to check out our websites. And most importantly, Debbie, we look forward to having you at the Rockers in Recovery meet and greet the night before the music festival. Debbie will be speaking there and speaking at the music festival, so we're looking forward to having her at both events. And please feel free to let us know and update us on things that are happening with you and in the community, so that way we can stay abreast of what's going on.
I'm truly blessed to have you and Lori in my life. You're amazing, and I'm really proud to be a part of it. Thanks again, John Hollis. You're amazing. Have a great night. You
too. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for being a part of the show.
You drew that sword, it cut you deep. I stood back and watched you bleed. Your heart stopped, my hands were tied.
Okay, round two. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, sorry, we were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right, ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.